Good evening, everyone. It seems lately that I've been making videos kind of like buses. I go 3 or 4 days without making one, and then I make two in 2 days. This video, as you can see from the title, is about the return of the prodigal son. Yes, VenomFangX, PCS, Sean, whatever you want to call him, he's back, and he's made a video concerning the Thunderf00t and Ray Comfort interview that happened a few days ago. Very good debate, by the way, but I may touch on that in another video. I'm just going to talk about a few points that VenomFangX made, and I'm going to have to talk rather quickly because I want to get through quite a lot. I didn't address all of his points because I could spend literally hours debunking and refuting all the shit that came out of his mouth. But I really have much better things to do, like slaughtering bunnies. So, with that horrible picture in your mind, which I do apologise for, let's get on with the video. First off, Sean, if you're ever going to watch this, which I highly doubt, Thunderf00t is not a hypocrite, alright? He has never made fun of someone purely because they believed in God. He, along with many other people, including atheists and Christians, take offence to you, and you are using creationist blatant falsehoods, misinformation, and just plain double talk in order to further your own personal agenda. Believing in God really has little or nothing to do with it. Don Exodus 2 is a Christian and accepts the theory of evolution, and I would guess that the majority of the subs that he has are atheists, but we don't really care because it's not really a big deal for us. But then when ingrowing toenails on the foot of decency like you make claims that when you make claims that the Earth is 6,000 years old, that the Grand Canyon could have formed in 5 minutes and that Jews deserved the Holocaust, and that God is going to send the people who don't live into hell, then that's when people get pissed off, regardless of what they do or do not believe. Now, Thunderf00t has something which I think is going to be quite alien to you, and it's called intellectual honesty. He has no problem in admitting that he doesn't know how exactly the universe was created. But what he does have a problem with is when people say that they know for a fact, 100%, that God created the universe. Because there is absolutely no fucking evidence for that whatsoever. Now, I respect Thunderf00t greatly for his wish to further the combined knowledge of humanity, and if we ever did find out that God created the universe, then him and every other atheist, well, I assume the vast majority of atheists would be completely fine with that, because it would be the truth. That would be what the evidence points to. We don't have any presuppositions. I mean, the only reason we are atheists is because we don't believe in God. But that doesn't mean that if all the evidence pointed to a God, that we wouldn't acknowledge it, because it's a bit of a projection really on your part, because we're not like you. You know, we don't plug their ears when confronted with the massive amounts of evolution. You know, what's that? Fossil record? La 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 la. Or what's that? Androgynous retroviruses? La 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 la. Or what's that? All the genetic evidence? La 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 la. We're not like that. That does not happen for us. There are no ideas that we subscribe to that are bigger than our capability and our capacity to know and to grow. We change our ideas and our thoughts based on the evidence presented. Can you say you do the same? Now, please, Sean, don't try to play the victim card here, because it's not going to work on me. Atheists don't go after people because they believe in God. And if they did, then there would be loads of Onish videos about there on people like Don Exodus 2, as I've already mentioned, and Little Truck and Bozo. But there isn't, because they aren't blinded with their faith, by their faith, and they could actually look at the evidence provided and make reasoned, well-calculated judgments. Because, like I said, they're not blinded by their faith. They still have their faith, but they don't have their blinkers on like you do, and just completely don't accept anything that flies in the face of any of their preconceived notions. And then you talk about naturalism again, which you have before. It's not a box, all right? Naturalism is everything that we can test and know. When you have no evidence at all for anything supernatural or anything outside the universe, then it's not going to be taken seriously. If you can demonstrate there is anything outside the universe, then we will listen to you. But until then, shut the fuck up. And then you talk about meaning. look, everybody has their own meaning. It doesn't, just because there isn't some sort of universal meaning for everyone doesn't mean that people don't have any purpose or any point to being here. Tell me, Sean. Let's say you're true. Let's take for argument's sake. Let's say that everything you say is true. Then what would be the point in this life? Why couldn't God just automatically whisk us to heaven with implanted knowledge of this earth instead? It seems to me that life would be pretty meaningless if your God was true, seeing as He's already decided where we're going when we die. So, I said, I think it's you, the one who seems to think that life is pretty meaningless when you actually, think about it. You talk about the universe with saying that Thunderfoot agrees with God because of some spurious link that you came up with, which is complete bullshit. I mean, you've said the word atheist loads of times. I mean, does that mean you are one? And then you do this really fucking low blow, and you make fun of the stuttering that Thunderfoot does. I mean, I do it too, but I bet you would never ever say shit to him or to me in person, because you're just a coward, Sean. He can stutter as much as he wants, because when he speaks, it's a reasoned, well-informed, intelligent response. Thunderfoot has more intelligence and integrity in one hair on his ballsack than you could ever learn or achieve in 1,000 years. You're just like a little boy in a man's world, and you know what? It's time to grow up. Another reason I think why he was choosing his words very carefully is because creationists fucktards like yourself will take the mistake or something, maybe a slip of the tongue, like when he said the Stone Age when he really meant the Dark Age, and quote it completely out of context, which you are known to do, and then either mock him or use it to prove whatever point you want to make. So when people are debating creationists, we do have to be very careful. Sean, you are one of the most close-minded people I have ever come across, not just on YouTube, but anywhere. You could be presented with every single piece of evidence that's ever been collected proving evolution once and for all is a fact, which it is, and you would completely ignore it. Everything that goes against your ironclad, blinkered, preconceived notions is just completely dismissed as not true. If you feel that it goes against any passage in the Bible whatsoever, it doesn't even enter your mind that it could be correct. I feel sorry for you, Sean. I personally would hate to live like that, to just hear what you want and just ignore reality. I mean, if you want to live like that, I mean, that's fine by me. I live and let live. But just don't make stupid, mind-numbing, brain-deadening, tedious videos containing the same old tired arguments when someone doesn't agree with your bullshit. All right? Now, just one more thing before I go. I was wondering if you were going to answer this question. Ray Comfort didn't, because he knows what his answer would be. So, Sean, if God said that paedophilia would be okay, would it?